What's up everyone, welcome to your 9th C++ tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use a function that returns a value. So first of all, let's clean up our old tutorial. We'll get rid of that function, get rid of this stuff that we don't need, and get rid of this old function, so all we have is the basics. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is type in our function prototype, and to do that, type what kind of function it's going to be, name your function. I'm going to name mine dog years because what we're going to be doing is converting dog years to people years, and then type in what kind of variable you're going to use in it. So I'm going to be making an integer function that returns an integer. Remember, last time it was void because we didn't return anything. This time we're going to return an integer. Our name of our function is dog years, and it's going to have an integer variable in it. So once you get that, the next thing we're going to want to do is make our function. To do that, first you got to make your function header, and all you need to do that is just pretty much copy what you put for your function prototype, but in your parameters here you're going to want to type actually what the variable is, and my variable is just going to be called dog. Now let's build our function. This is the function title pretty much. Now let's type some instructions for it. In your curly braces, type in what we're going to want the function to do. And anytime you're using a return value, you type in the word return, since we want to be getting a value out of it. And since you convert dog years to people years by timesing it by 7, actually I think that's what you do, I'm going to type 7 times, and the symbol for times is that little star above the 9 on the keypad, or above the 8 on your regular type keyboard, and 7 times dog. So what this is going to do is whenever it has a variable, it's going to take that and times it by 7 and return our number. So say we typed in 7 for the variable, it's going to times that by 7 and it's going to spit out 49. So now let's put this to work. In our main function, let's use this function. Let me give some space so you can see what's new and what's old. The first thing we want to do is make a new variable called years, and this is going to become the input that the user is going to make. So since it's an integer, put int years, and let's just make output so the user knows what's going on. Cout for output, and let's just put enter your dog's age. Semicolon to end it, and let me just make a space right there. And in our next line we'll have a space so the user can input the age. Type cin for input, and then type in years. And what this does, whatever number the user enters, it's going to assign that value to years. So actually, let me just type in end line right there, just so it looks neater. This is optional, but it's just going to make it look neater. So after that, what we're going to want to do here is use our function. So let's make another variable called integer people years. Since we're going to be using this to output our final product, remember, this is a brand new variable that we're just making right now. People years equals the function dog years times whatever the user inputted. So here is the one thing that you want to pay close attention to. What we're doing here is taking the number of years that the user inputs right here and using it in our function dog years right here. So say whatever they enter, say they enter a 1, it's going to take that 1 and times it by 7 and output it and whatever that number is, it's now going to hold the value of people years. So now let's output our final product. Type in cout for output, and let's just type your dog is, leave a space, let me move this over, and type in people years. And what this will do, finally we'll write your dog is and then give whatever number that this calculated. So let's go ahead and save this, compile and run. Hopefully I don't have any errors. Uh-oh. Good, I don't. Alright, enter your dog's age. Let's say my dog is 13. Press enter, and it says your dog is 91. And there you have it. What it did, again, times 13 by 7. Took that 13 times by 7 with the user input, and finally outputted your dog is and gave the product of our function. So that's how you can use a C++ function to return a value, and that's very useful in many programs. So study this, it's very important. Study how you can get user input and how to use the functions to make a return function. And thanks for watching, and if you like my videos, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.